The war between Iran and Israel has ended, but the pressing question remains, who actually won this war? At first glance, it seems Iran was trapped. But if you analyze the situation carefully, Iran has skillfully turned this crisis to its advantage. In reality, this entire game was an American trap. However, Russia and China flipped the script overnight and changed the game completely. What changed everything? A key statement and a crucial meeting. The real turning point that many still don't understand. First, let's look at the final strike Iran launched. A massive attack that caused devastation of a scale never seen before. Israeli cities like Tel Aviv, Beersheba, and Haifa, protected by coalitions of over 20 countries, were shaken. It was previously unthinkable that such fortified areas could be breached or attacked so severely. Now comes the question, Iran lost its nuclear scientists, its military bases were destroyed, and its nuclear facilities were targeted. So how can this be considered a victory? To understand that, you need to look at what happened next. After these attacks, Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu declared he wouldn't stop until the Iranian regime was overthrown. Donald Trump echoed this, saying he wanted to remove Iran's government and even claimed to know Ayatollah Khamenei's location. But think, if Israel and the US knew the Ayatollah's location and had already killed top Iranian leaders, would they really have spared him? Despite massive destruction, Iran managed to survive and maintain its government, even while nearly all Muslim countries stood with Israel and the US, leaving Iran completely isolated. Though Iran's facilities were attacked, the nuclear material was removed beforehand, including 400 kilograms of uranium, confirmed by both Russia and the US. Former US officials like Scott Ritter and Douglas McGregor confirmed that Iran successfully saved this material. So the plan to topple the Iranian regime failed. The US and Israel couldn't assassinate the Ayatollah or replace the government. Even with all their might, they couldn't provoke a civil war or incite rebellion. Then came a crucial meeting. Iran's foreign minister met with Russian President Vladimir Putin, who made a bold statement. Whatever Iran needs, I will provide. This was a direct challenge to the US and Israel. Putin made it clear, if Iran is attacked again, Russia will stand by its side. Russia's deputy and former president confirmed that Iran's nuclear program was not destroyed and would be rebuilt. He added that if any future attack happens on Iran's nuclear power plant, where Russians are working, it would be considered an attack on Russia itself. This means Iran's nuclear program remains intact and will be rebuilt quickly, possibly in just a month, with full Russian support. China is also expected to assist in strengthening Iran's defense systems, satellites, and air capabilities, ensuring they cannot be targeted so easily again. The US wanted to turn Iran into a second Gaza, just like it did with Afghanistan, but failed. Despite support from most Muslim countries for Israel and the West, Iran launched unprecedented attacks on Israeli territory, breaking through 2025's high-tech security layers and delivering destruction in under 7 minutes. Symbolically or not, one of the most shocking attacks was on Al Udeid Air Base in Qatar, a massive US military base. This shattered illusions that the US or Israel were untouchable. Iran demonstrated its capabilities. They destroyed F-35s, breached security, hit military bases, and survived a full-scale onslaught without surrender. Trump even said the Ayatollah had hours to surrender or face regime change. But he didn't. Iran stood firm. This was a historic victory for Iran, preserving its infrastructure, surviving the attack, and preparing to rebuild even stronger. Now the internal cleanup begins. Iran will root out all internal traitors with Russia's help. Even after all this, Iran's oil economy remains intact. The West failed to collapse it. Middle Eastern countries are now seeing the truth, that the state of harm is not just one-sided.